podcast. And in today's episode, I should be joined by Johnny from Chickens on the Loose. How are you doing, Johnny?
All right, mate, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Mark from Notts&bolts.
Evening,
How you doing, Mark?
Harry. Not bad.
I should be joined by Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Evening, Harry.
And also Becky. How you doing, Becky?
Hey, mate. Good, thanks you.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. So start off with Johnny then. What were your thoughts on the Bradford Doncaster game?
Are we PG? Are we not PG, Harry?
Up to you. I don't mind.
Well, the best part of the game was meeting Becky and Jack at the pub. It was shocking. The defending was dire. And for people who've been taking the mick out of me, especially you lot, I did leave at half time because I was just so annoyed of how the team was playing. I left back half time, saw Haru on the way out. He tried to get me to stay, and I'm like, no, I'm off. My head were gone because obviously it's a Yorkshire rivalry and it's a big game. I left, got home for 5:30, listened to restaurant radio. We finished with 10 men because Till blooming pulled a hamstring or whatever he's done to his leg. So, yeah, very poor game. Will Swan again scored though for Bradford, I think to make it 1-1, and then it just went south, really.
Who's your next game?
We've got Huddersfield on Saturday at 12:30. Another Yorkshire rivalry derby thing.
So if you're even worse, do you think you'll leave before half time?
I try not to leave games. I really try not to leave games at half time or like 80th minute. But when the team's playing good, I always stay until full time. But when it's bad, I leave because as a football fan, I think it started when it was COVID, when I was sat at home watching it at home on COVID, or when we had COVID times. I was sat at home watching it. I missed the football, missed interacting with people. And now football's come back. We're doing well. I know it's only one game, but that loss does affect probably people all in different ways. Obviously, we've had a savoury incident of someone being racist at the football game. So I'm hoping that guy gets banned from whole games and stuff. But people do stuff when little team are losing. Or like you've probably seen before, I don't know if any of you lot have seen it, where there's a fan giving Jordan Gibson some shit. And he's fallen over and he's absolutely decked the floor. And all Doncaster fans were cheering him. But yeah, it's one of them in it now. I've recovered from my shall we say my meltdown and go again for Saturday.
Jack, what was your thoughts on it?
Oh, where do I freaking start? Beef eaters before the game with Becky and Johnny, and obviously a few other people. That was nice. It was nice to see Becky again. Obviously, Doncaster fan, sadly. The game was absolutely poor. Our defending was shocking. We only scored a goal because their goalkeeper, just couldn't handle the ball right. We gave, for example, we gave Gibson too much space. We gave Billy Sharp too much space. The first goal that they scored, we can't really do much about it. It was an absolute brilliant header. Obviously, we brought it back to 1-1, and then obviously Gibson just ran past everyone, scored. Obviously, the Bradford fans were not very happy. That's including me. And then Sam Walker's positioning for Billy Sharp's goal as well. It was literally the same position that when Billy Sharp scored against us last season, he might as well have just sat in the fucking stand with the away fans. I do want to say something that the fans that were stupid at half time and started fighting each other and breaking chairs, there's no point in criminal damage because, yeah, we're losing, yeah, we're all frustrated, but there's no point in fighting each other plus breaking other people, like the other grounds chairs, because they've got to pay for that, not us. The best bit about it was the train on the way home because I didn't have to watch a shambolic game of football. Doncaster played us off the park. It absolutely annoyed me. I gave some shit to all of you. I gave some shit on TikTok or everything. But now it's just rolling on to Huddersfield, and let's hope that we can actually wake up and actually do something and get 3 points on Saturday.
And Becky, let's get your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, obviously delighted. I mean, the first 6 or 7 minutes before we scored the first goal, I think we were the better team. Jordan Gibson did well for the assist. He put a really good ball in the box. Molyneux did a late run into the box, positioned himself between the defenders, and got a good header on it. After that, we sat back and we invited them on. I think for that period that they equalised, we invited the pressure on. Obviously, it was a mistake by our goalkeeper, but Will getting a really good goal, getting a poacher's goal, should I say. Um, and then they looked the better team until we kind of got our second goal out of nowhere, really. Jordan Gibson, he pressed Joe Wright really well. It had to be Joe Wright, didn't he, ex-Donny player. And I was kind of screaming, I was thinking if he doesn't square it to Billy Sharp and if he misses, fans are going to give him some right stick. But I think Jordan Gibson's one of them players, when he plays against Bradford, he tends to up his game. It was a really nice finish. And I think from there, we were the better team, really, we were pushing for that third goal going into the end of the first half. Another error by Bradford. It was a good finish by Billy Sharp. He used the defender well to guide the ball around him and pass the keeper. And that was it, really. Second half, we let Bradford have more of the ball. They forced plenty of corners. They got the ball out wide quite well, but other than I think that one ball into the box that evaded someone coming in at the far post, they didn't create anything really. We could have had a couple more. But yeah, delighted really. It was a really good all round performance by us.
Well, yeah, so obviously with that win, it puts you in second place. I don't think you thought of that, did you, at the beginning of the year season?
No, of course not. I mean, me and Mark were talking about it when the fixtures got released. And we looked at some of those games. Exeter, Mansfield, Port Vale, teams like that, and thinking we need to really, if we want to compete in this division, we need to be getting results against them. Going into December and January, we've got about 8 games in a row that are all teams that you'd expect to be towards that that top 6. So it's important for us to get points on the board while we can. What's more pleasing, to be honest, is the actual manner of the performances that we've been putting in defensively. We look really good. Struggle for goals a little bit. I think until Saturday against Bradford. If you take out the Middlesbrough game when we beat them 4-0, we've kind of won games by 1 goal margins, and you wonder whether we're going to come to pay for that later on in the season. Not having that typical number 9. But at the minute we're creating plenty. We look really solid in defence and in midfield, and let's just see where we can go from here.
So, Mark, I know obviously we talked about it was on Sunday, but what are your thoughts on the Fleetwood game?
On the Fleetwood game, I thought it was a dreadful performance. I mean, it was dreadful to watch. It was painful. But it was winning football. That's all it was. It was no special. It was no spectacular. We just scored a goal in the first 25 seconds of the second half. Apart from that, we didn't really do a lot.
Yeah, I completely agree there. I thought first, probably say 45 was a bit boring, and then we scored a goal, and obviously 20 seconds in, and then just getting the 1-0 win that gets the 3 points, really, don't it?
Yeah,
And also, like Pato said in his interview, it wasn't really attacking football or exciting football to watch, but a win's win. And yes, Johnny, you got your hand up.
How was your pitch after your fungal infection?
how was the pitch? It looks dreadful, Johnny. It absolutely looks dreadful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think,
from the video that I saw from Harry's TikTok and stuff, and obviously your photo that you put in the group chat, it literally looks identical to our pitch 3 seasons ago.
yeah, and I think me and Mark was talking about this after the game, saying what are they going to need to do, and if they are going to repair it and that stuff, does that mean postponing some of our games at home? But that's what you get when someone grows mushrooms on your pitch, don't it, Mark?
Yeah, but the other thing that I'm unsure. I think the Fleetwood was unlucky, especially with the way the referee was on
Hmm.
Saturday, that he didn't give that penalty when Jatta went into the back of the Fleetwood player, because he was giving them free kicks for virtually everything else as well.
I mean, I think Jack was already falling to the ground though, so I don't know if
But
accidentally, but
yeah, but even if it's accidental, he met contact. It's still penalty, isn't it?
It's one of them
Yes.
in it where it'd get given as a free kick anywhere else on pitch.
Yeah.
Yes, Jack.
Was the official for your game equal, or was it one-sided?
The
Yes, Johnny.
The stats say it's equal,
Yeah.
but in reality, it wasn't.
On about the referee, obviously I'm going through the book of excuses here. Becky, do you know the referee, from
Yeah.
your opinion, Mr. Chill or whatever his name was from MLS? Do
Is
you
that,
think?
is that who he was?
Yeah, I can't remember his. I call him Mr. Chill because I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
The American Crumpet, we'll just call him that.
Yeah, the
Because,
American dude.
Yeah.
Do you
Because
think?
he was so all one-sided towards Donny. I'm really
Yeah, do you
sorry.
think you were biased? Because I was watching him and I'm like, he's like your players were going down like they've been shot from like a sniper, and you were giving it, and then we were going down. You weren't giving us all. That's why another reason I'm getting madder and madder.
I didn't notice too much of regards to the general play, but I did notice that there were a couple of Donny players, especially the goalkeeper, that could have been booked for time wasting. I think situations like that, really, if it was the other way around, you'd be screaming at the ref to book people for time wasting. But yeah.
On that same referee
There
we had
there
in
was
last
there
year.
was there was one challenge that I kind of like really peed me off with the official. It was on I think it was Tyreek White in the second half where one of your players elbowed him in the face, and then the referee just ignored it. Don't know if you saw that or not, but
No, not sure if it was the other end of the pitch or what, to be honest. I don't know
it
if
was
it's one of,
it was on the halfway line,
yeah.
just in front of the goal.
Yeah, not sure. I don't tend to bring refs into it where possible. I think even if decisions go against us, I tend to. They seem to be as bad as each other in these leagues. So I kind of just accept that hopefully what goes around comes around at some point. You'll get some decisions that go for you that shouldn't and stuff like that. So you just hope that over the course of a season it evens itself out.
Well, I mean, looking at the stats here, so you got Bradford obviously receiving 2 yellow cards, Doncaster 0. And then if we look at the free kicks, Bradford got 9, Doncaster's got 12. And then,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
It's not.
These
I mean, it's not massively. I think one of your yellow cards was that not for dissent.
Yeah, one of them was, yeah.
So I mean, 9 to 12 with free kicks. I think generally, if you play at home, you do tend to get more free kicks in your favour because of the crowd than the impact that has on the ref sometimes. But I didn't note him for being overly bad. I'm not just saying that as a Donny fan. I did think that could have had a couple of our players been booked for time wasting. So.
And also the liner on, so from when obviously looking towards your fans on the left, so when you're looking at us, it was on the right. That liner, right, the ball, Aidan Baldwin was running down the right side, and the ball didn't even go out, and he said that it went out when it wasn't.
Mm.
It was clearly in. So
Yeah.
they just need to put their ideas up, to be fair. But
Yeah.
obviously we lost the game. You played us off the park. I'm really sorry, but I've got to admit it, you did play us off the park. And obviously it's rattled a lot of us. But it's a game of football, isn't it? It's a game of football.
Yeah, it's a long season as well, and all good ones come to an end at some point. Donny aren't going to keep beating Bradford. At some point, you will beat us, and I'm not that kind of arrogant fan that, And you know what? If you'd have beat us on a Saturday, even if we were the better team, I'd have said, well, we were made to pay for not keeping our chances, taking our chances and stuff like that. I try not to. I don't think I'm biased, but we'll see.
We're looking at obviously the League One results. Bolton beating Wimbledon 3-0, and Wimbledon getting 2 red cards at the look of it. I think one in the 50th and 90+1st, which was interesting. Doncaster beating Bradford 3-1. Huddersfield beating Peterborough 3-2 with nearly Peterborough making a mistake from the goalkeeper, Alex Bass. I don't know if you've all seen that.
I didn't
To
see
be
it,
honest,
no, but I saw.
to be honest with you, I haven't watched any highlights except from the Bradford one.
I saw the ex Peterborough player miss a chance, I think, for Huddersfield or something
Yeah.
like that. But there wasn't an EFL highlight show on, was there? So I've not seen much, to be honest.
I think, Mark, you said you seen it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was that incident you're talking about where an ex Huddersfield Peterborough player who plays for Huddersfield.
Yeah, I missed that open goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lincoln getting a 2-2 draw. Plymouth Argyle winning another game 4-2 against a good Stockport team. Well, not in that game, but they normally are. Port Vale losing again 3-2. They need to book up with their ideas, but still early on. Yes, Johnny.
Yeah, on about the highlights again. That's what really, really annoys me. When there's no championship football, ITV do not bother with other teams' highlights from League One or League Two.
You wouldn't have watched them anyway, mate.
I would have done. I
You
would have
just
watched
saved the
every. I
game.
would have watched every single other game except bloody Doncaster Bradford.
No, I agree. The Doncaster free press reporter actually did put something on X about that. Because it's a time to actually give us more exposure. I think Bradford Donny would have been a good feature game. And it was a good game to watch as well, obviously from a Donny perspective. But when it was half an hour,
Yeah,
it was a very open game and quite end to end and stuff like that. So we do need more exposure there.
it's like if we went and smashed you, for example, if it were the other way around, if we won 3-1, obviously it'd be all over TikTok and all that lot. But then surely other fans want to watch their highlights on ITV, even if it's at 12 o'clock at night. But they don't. They put some crappy, what were it, AEW on all other day or whatever
Yeah,
it
I
was.
know. And it's not right. I agree with that.
But they've got the rights. They pay for the rights. They should do more with the rights because they do all these TikToks and tweets and whatever. Come and look at your team on highlights show. Am I missing something, or has it been on? Is it even been on highlights, or is it just ITV being on Wind Up again?
Yeah, no, it's not been on at all. No.
But their reasoning for it will be, oh well, without the championship, we don't get the advertisements or we don't get this. You know what I mean? So
Well,
they will say
that's
it's
the
a
thing though.
commercial
We've
decision.
got we made a deal. Everyone has made a deal in the EFL has made a deal with Sky Sports for giving us money for letting them film our teams play. So why can't they just put the highlights on? I just don't understand it. Just because there's no championship team on, what's the problem with showing League One and Two?
Well, Sky
They're
did
still going to
actually
get money
show,
from it.
didn't they? The Sky
They're
did
still going to
actually
get money.
show. Oh, sorry, Jack.
No, it's all right. I'm just saying that they're still going to make money out of it for showing two leagues.
Yeah. But what I was saying, the Sky put the 2 League 2 games on, didn't they? Even though they could have put one from yours, one from League One, and then one from League Two on. Instead of you had Newport, Bristol Rovers, and then you had Bromley Gillingham. And going back
Yeah.
to talking about refereeing decisions, that penalty
Oh
that
no.
the Gillingham got to
Yeah, that was
equalise.
No.
never a pen. Never a
Never a
pen.
pen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rotherham beating Exeter 1-0, and Wickham beating Mansfield 2-0. I don't know why it's gone all silent.
Yeah, there was some much needed wins there. Plymouth had a really bad start, so they got a really good win against Stockport. Rotherham obviously desperately needed a win as well, because they could easily be flirting with the relegation zone come the end of the season. So they need to be picking up points at home to teams like Exeter. So yeah, some big results this week.
And I mean, this is more towards the League One fans, but what game would you say has been the most interesting or like the biggest shock?
What, this weekend?
Yeah.
I didn't see Plymouth beating Stockport 4-2. To be fair, going into it, so I'd say that was a bit of a shock. Putting 4 goals past Stockport, and then I think Bolton got a really good win against Wimbledon as well, because Wimbledon have started better than a lot of people expected them to. Bolton have been poor; they've been languishing about 17th or something like that. So you'd think on paper that Bolton would have had too much for Wimbledon, and they did, but they did it comfortably. So I think that was impressive as well.
Johnny, you got an interesting or shock game this weekend?
Probably say Wickham beating Mansfield 2-0.
Oh,
Wickham
actually, I
obviously.
think. Sorry, Johnny. I was going to say I think Peter give Huddersfield a better game than I expected them to. I think it took a last-minute winner, didn't it, for Huddersfield to beat them?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just there's been a couple of shocks, like you're saying, Plymouth beating Stockport 4-2. Who actually scored the goals?
One of their goals was by a
No,
Stockport player, and it was an
To-
absolute header.
Todd just scored, didn't he, on his debut?
Yeah, so Kyle Wootton getting an own goal. I'm gonna butcher his name. Is it Kelby Watts? Bradley. Yeah, and Silola from Port Vale. So if we're moving on to League Two,
Whoa! You missed me out.
oh, sorry, Jack. Okay,
Wow.
okay, Jack. The most interesting and the most shock result in League One.
Obviously, the most interesting one was probably Peterborough turning up to Huddersfield. To be fair, I couldn't. I never thought Peterborough would have been at it, if you get what I mean. The most shocking result one is there's quite a few. Doncaster, for example. Sorry to say it, but I thought we were going to draw. I've said it from the start, didn't I not, Becky? I said it at
Yeah,
the
I
pub.
mean, I don't think it's a. I thought I said I could see any result being possible, but I thought that we would draw or lose. I don't think it was a massive shock though, given how we'd both start. Not compared to,
True.
but not compared to sort of Peterborough giving Huddersfield such a good game, Stockport losing 40 to Plymouth. That
Yeah,
kind of.
that's what I was about to say. The most shocking, the massive shocking result that I saw was Plymouth. Like it's about time they started winning. To be honest with you. But yeah, cheers for leaving me out, Harry. Though.
Oh, hold on, I
Well,
got left out as well, you know.
all right, Mark. The most interesting and shocking game in League One.
I'd say both of them is the Doncaster Bradford one.
Whoa! You told me when we were playing Call of Duty.
No, because right, not from my perspective, but from
Right.
the Bradford fans' perspective.
Yeah.
You know, like online and on social media, because they built it up like they couldn't lose. You know what I mean? My opinion was that you was going to win that game, and I said that all week.
Yeah.
But going round on, like, watching on social media and reading here on X, right, that they weren't going to lose. They was going to turn up and they was going to roll you over, and that didn't happen. Neither of that happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of them fans, by the way.
No, I think a lot of Bradford fans thought with the full away allocation that they got that'd probably be enough to get them over the line. And I saw quite a few retweets from fans that had from last season said, "Let's see if they can beat us in front of a full away end." So kind of makes it a little bit sweeter, really.
Can you hear me? The West Country Gills.
I can indeed. Sorry, I'm just eating cake.
That's fine. Well, I'll come back to you then. So if we go through the League Two results, it's got Bristol Rovers winning 3-2 against Newport. I thought Newport was a bit unlucky in that one, but it's a win for Rovers. Shrewsbury getting I believe their first win of the season against Barnet 3-1. Swindon beating Barrow 3-1. Cambridge United losing to Oldham 1-0. Cheltenham picking up a win against Accrington Stanley 1-0. Colchester getting a draw against Crewe 1-1. Harrogate losing 1-0 to Crawley. Grimsby 3, MK Dons 2. MK Dons. Apparently, I've seen a lot of other fans in League 2 saying they was going to buy the league, and everyone's making a joke out of that. Notts County beating Fleetwood 1-0. Salford beating Tranmere 3-1. Walsall getting a 1-0 win over Chesterfield, and then Bromley drawing to Gillingham 2-2. So if we'll start with Mark, what was the interesting and shock result in League Two?
I think Tranmere losing 2 in a row, that was like a shock. The most interesting one was the Grimsby MK Dons game. Because Grimsby was like 3-0 up at half time.
Yeah.
And then MK Dons had a player sent off, did they? And then they scored 2 goals in the second half. So that was an interesting one.
I'll ask Jack next so I don't leave him out. Jack, what was the interesting or shock result in League Two?
The most interesting result for me is probably the Grimsby and MK Dons game. To be fair with you, obviously, like Mark and you said, Grimsby were up at 3-0 up at half time. and then obviously MK decided to go and bring it back, but obviously couldn't find that third goal to get a point out of it. I think the shocking result that I saw was Crewe, to be honest with you. Drawing 1-1 with Colchester. Obviously, from the start that Crewe have had, I thought they would have gone there and turned up, but obviously not. They've gained a point out of it. Just like to say, watch out for County on the 27th because they're coming for you.
Can I just say
Johnny,
as well, sorry,
no.
before quite in. Oldham got their first win as well, didn't they? Against Cambridge, which is a bit of a
A
shock.
lovely Michael Mellon goal, former ex Bradford City player, scored for his dad.
Johnny, best interesting or shock game in League Two?
Notts County beating Fleetwood because Fleetwood have been doing well under, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It was
Pete Wilder.
Pete Wilds, yeah, he's been doing well at Fleetwood. Obviously, with you and your dodgy pitch, I thought Fleetwood would win that, but the dodgy pitch has done you well, and you've obviously won. So yeah, I was shocked that you actually won Fleetwood.
Becky, same question.
I think Walsall Chesterfield, actually. I think I had my eye on that game sort of before kickoff. Two teams that have kind of started well. Walsall edged it 1-0. Obviously, you kind of wondered how they'd respond after losing in the playoffs last season. They've had a good start. So obviously there wasn't any. It looked like quite a tight game. Chesterfield are pretty hard to beat. So I think that was a really good result for Walsall, finishing at 1-0.
Right. West Country Jules, can you hear me?
He's got a mouthful of cake.
I want to know what cake he's having. It must be well nice.
Is he a full 16 serving cake?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I missed the name.
What
Chocolate
cake did you have?
microwaved.
Oh. Did you have any
With a bit of
custard?
cream as well.
Oh,
Cream,
cream.
mate, cream.
Right. What were your thoughts of your draw against Bromley?
Absolutely fucking robbed them, mate. Like we weren't at the races for the first half. They absolutely battered us. The two goals they scored were just so direct. It was just one over the top and then nodded down to Kabamba, and then he just turned and slotted it away. And then the other one was their left winger had acres of space down the left, carried it all the way forward, crossed it for cheek and just nodded in. Like it was only literally just two movements, and we're just like, what the fuck's going on here? Considering like our defensive now is a bit better than that. But yeah, Ainsworth said he talked to him quite calmly at half time and just told him that we need to get it down on the ground and just play around him a little bit more. We got back into it and started threatening them a little bit more. I mean, yeah, like the XG shows it was relatively even, but like we were up against it that game, and we should have had a penalty in the first half. I think for a shirt pull on Andy Smith. I think the fella was just trying to wear it. So the penalty that was never a penalty. I'm not too. I don't feel too guilty about it because we should have one in the first half. But as a message in the chat, I don't know whether you've seen the video or not, but there was that Durkin referee. He sent off, I think it was either the Aldershot goalkeeper or something like that. But what the goalkeeper's done is he's kicked the ball away and followed through, and the opposition players run into him, and Durkin sent him off. So like the fact that we got a penalty for that does not surprise me because he hasn't got a Scooby what he's doing most of the time, I think. So, but yeah, absolutely stolen. Vokes did really well. Pick up the ball because we knew Max was going to take it, and all the Bromley players were just giving him shit instead of Max. Slotted it away and just got out there with a draw, and the undefeated run continues. So I would have taken the draw before that, and the fact that we got a draw from being 2-0 down up there is just fantastic. So really, really happy with it.
Well, yeah, obviously you talk about your unbeaten one. So how do you start? Like, how would you rate the start of the season?
I'm very happy. Mind you, we have a drop off in September anyway, so there's a few of us just kind of keeping quiet at the moment until we get further into October. But yeah, like we're doing really well. I mean, you can caveat it in that we've scored a lot of late goals and we've risked it at times. But going like 18, 19 unbeaten. It's not luck that happens. So he has there's a more positive mindset with everyone at Gillingham, really. And yeah, we seem to keep clawing it back, and the boys have got belief again, and things just coming right. We've got a bit of pace out wide now as well, which we haven't had for a couple of years. So yeah, like I'm really happy. I kind of said 10th and just an improvement on the 17th, because my concern was, like, I knew Ainsworth was good, but I didn't know how good he was. And the questions for me were up to how good is he? And there was a big question mark over our recruitment over the last couple of years, whether they've got it right, because things got quite toxic at our place last year, and most of the fans were asking for a full squad refit again. Like, none of them were trying, things weren't going good. So the fact that he's got all of this out of all the current players and stuff is just a minor miracle. But yeah, really happy. Well, you would be sitting top, wouldn't you, and undefeated and stuff like that. So can't really grumble. But yeah, cautiously optimistic, I think, is the world, and we'll see how we go in the next month or so.
You had a really good start last season, didn't you? From what I remember.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly why we're keeping quiet.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I remember last season when you played us at our ground and you injured Jody Jones, which sort of messed our season up.
Naughty.
Yeah, but yeah, we fell off last year, and to be fair, that drop off, we were looking at going towards the relegation spots again. Coleman come in and calmed things down and got things back to basics and whipped them a little bit, I think. And then we had Ainsworth come in, and he's just kind of continued the unbeaten run that Coleman started. So yeah. But yeah, we're keeping quiet because we fell off hugely last season. So, and again, like, these victories that we have, we're still chancing it and riding our luck a little bit. Like, mind you, that 4-1 against Chesterfield, I know we had the 2 penalties, but that is the best that I've seen them play for about 2 or 3 years. Like, I went to we beat Southampton in the Carabao Cup a couple of years ago, and Mackenzie was the best player there, and then didn't get played again. That was when Harris was in charge. So, but yeah, like, it really got me excited again about, like, our identity and who we are, and Ainsworth being a shithouse and stuff. That's who we were under Pulis, like, So I think a lot of our old school supporters are just like, yeah, we're all for it. And even I was listening to something the other day, and they were saying that all the young kids are enjoying it now as well, and they're getting on side, like, So yeah, we're always known as hard workers, and like, just putting in the graft and stuff. So long may it continue, eh?
Are you happy that on Saturday that you're not going to have to face David McGoldrick?
He was the fact that you lads didn't keep hold of him. Oh, that was dreadful. That was dreadful. Because he's a class above. He is, like, yeah. There's a few players in our league that are a class above. That being another one if he could remain fit. But yeah, he was that dink that he scored against us at home. Something else, like,
Yeah, it was.
Win, I'll give you
glad
another
that,
friend.
I'm just glad that we don't have to play county no more. I'm sick of seeing him score screamers against us.
Yeah, but you do know he plays for Barnsley now, Jack, don't you?
I
And
do.
Barnsley are in the same league as you.
But he's not going to be playing. Don't worry. We'll injure him like we did with Jay Stansfield against Birmingham last season. Don't worry.
Would you be really upset as if McGoldrick, when you play Barnsley?
I think when we play Barnsley, I think if it were at VP and he starts, I am being a Johnny and I am leaving.
If he puts it does from like the same sort of distance in front of your car, but from the other side.
I can't see. Well, what should I say? I can't watch him score another screamer against us again. I just can't do it. If he does, then I'm going home.
Well, Jack, if it does happen, just record it for me first.
I will. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'll ask this question to Becky. How would you rate the start for your season?
Oh yeah, I mean it's surpassed every expectation really. We needed to get some points on the board, as I said, for that horrible one that we've got sort of December, January time. But we've played some decent teams. Obviously, we've only lost the one game to Huddersfield. We were brilliant against them in that first half. Their fans came out fair play to them. To be fair, said we should have been 3-0 up at half time going into it, and then a few of them after the Bradford game said that best team that we're the best team they've seen at their place this year. So. the results are great. The performances are, are really, really good as well. You've got to be realistic about. There's teams that have got games in hand over us. There's teams that maybe haven't quite got into the groove yet. They'd expect to be up there come the end of the season. But considering where I thought we'd be at the start of the season, really, where I would have took staying up, I'm more confident now that we're gonna, we should be able to get a mid-table finish, hopefully.
Jack, how do you rate the start of the season?
Yeah, I think we've recruited well. Obviously, we've got a strong squad now. We had a strong squad last season, but I think it's stronger. Our defence is obviously going past Donny before we even played them. I think our defence is on top. Obviously, I couldn't see us drawing against Northampton, but we did. Drawing against Peterborough, we did. But yeah, obviously at the start of the season, I said that would be in the relegation battle at the start. But obviously we were now sitting fifth, and obviously we're 7 games in, got another 30 something to go. I think we can push playoffs, but I don't think we can get playoffs. Same with Doncaster. I can see them pushing for playoffs as well. But the teams that have shocked me is Plymouth. They're obviously a championship side. If you think about it, they were sitting in the championship for God knows how long. Luton, same again. They've not really started well. So the teams that have come down from the championship, it's obviously Cardiff are unbeaten at the minute. They're on top. They're on top form, and I can see them walking this league. But I think it's obviously going back to when we was in League 2 last season. I can see it being a season like that again, where it's going to come down to at least the last 2 games of the season. But I'm hoping for playoffs, but mid-table's fine with me as long as we're not in a relegation battle.
Mark, how do you rate the start of our season?
I think at the start of our seasons, there's a load of question marks. Question marks over recruitment, playing style, and everything else. But it's just the players have still got to gel together. The goalkeeper, Roos, I don't know. He's dreadful. He drops the ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does he put butter on his gloves before the game?
No, I think he's got Teflon or something on there. So
He
it sticks to his
he
hands.
just can't catch it.
No. I mean, any other team, any other game, there would have been somebody there to slot that ball in the net, and it would have cost you points. And there'll be time in this season where he costs us points. But then, if you look at, say, our number 2 goalkeeper who's played in the Cardiff game, Jack, and you went to that, he came on.
I did.
He came on and he
Conceded
passed the
straight
ball.
away.
Yeah, he conceded straight away. And then in the Virtue Trophy, he let 3 goals in
Lincoln
there.
game. Yeah.
So he's played, 105 minutes?
Yeah.
And let in 4 goals. And so the goalkeeping department is a bit... There's questions to be asked there.
Johnny, how do you rate the start of our season?
It would have been 10 out of 10 if we beat Doncaster, but obviously we didn't. So it's 8 out of 10. Beating Luton, we've obviously beaten Stoke, Blackburn in the Cup, and we've brought in some decent players. I think after I've been here chilling, calmed down a little bit, I think we're going to do all right for the rest of the season. And possibly we'll probably finish second or go up in playoffs. We've improved. No.
Oh,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
man.
Hear me out. Calm
Wow.
down.
Johnny, you're an absolute crumpet.
No. Hear me out. Every single podcast I've listened to through the season, pre-season, saying we're going to finish 11th. We've blown them out of water. I'm guaranteeing it now. We're either going to finish second or we're going to go up in playoffs because
We're not
we've just...
finishing second. We're not finishing second. I'm sorry to say it, but we're not.
Right, can I just say something? You know your great start to the season, and you have had a really good start.
Yeah.
See, that can lead into false hope and
Yeah.
false belief. So remember, Mansfield had a really good start to their season last season, and look where they finished.
Yeah.
Just above the relegation zone. So it's like you can't really get carried away in the middle of September. Now, if you're still in that same position in
Yeah, and
December,
you are forgetting we have got two weekends of two tough games coming up. You've got Huddersfield and you've got Cardiff.
Yeah, I think we can beat
They're
Huddersfield and I
not-
think we can beat Cardiff.
I
Them
can't see us
players,
beat-
no, them, no.
This is coming from a fellow Bradford fan, right? I can see us beating Huddersfield, but I'm being deadly serious here. We cannot beat Cardiff. We will not beat Cardiff.
We've
I'm
had one.
telling-
We've had one massive fuck up. That's politely putting it against Doncaster. That I've seen the Graham Alexander thing today on saying basically it was unacceptable. He's going to go in. He's going to kick them players up the ass, and I think we're going to continue a run. I know we're going to lose some, and we're going to draw some along the way. But I think now we've got the players in. Gone of the Derek Adams era where we've blooming losing left, right, and centre. Gone with under blooming Mark Hughes. I think we're going to improve, and I'll even put some money on it towards charity, Jack.
Go on then, how much are you talking?
I'll even match you, Johnny.
Should we
Go on,
say?
talking.
I don't want to do big numbers, but
Do
30,
20 quid on Bradford Burn unit then, yeah?
30 quid.
30, right, cool. Deal.
So what? So if Bradford go up, what, you put 30 quid in it? Or if Bradford go up, I'll put 30 quid. If they don't go up, then you put 30 quid.
Yes.
Alright, deal. Can come back to
Oh
this though.
wow.
I think no, because I know obviously I left the game earlier. I know you guys have taken the piss out of me, but it's one game. It's one game we've lost against Doncaster. Good team, Doncaster. Billy Sharp.
Yeah, but
Obviously-
Johnny.
Yeah, don't wear my
get you.
name out. Go on.
I get your head was lost. I get it. All of our heads were lost. But leaving at half time.
Do you know why I left at half time, Jack?
What would you? Yeah, you've got a baby shower and an engagement to go to.
No, not that. But you know what I'm like. I go home and away. I get right into football.
Yeah, I
when
get
my
that.
head goes, my head goes.
I get that, right? But you got you didn't know, right, when you left at half time if we were going to bring it back.
I knew we weren't going to bring it back, Jack. I just knew it. I knew we weren't going to score. Well, shit. We keep it.
Even if you can't leave at half time, right? Because at the end of the day, you've got to get behind the lads. We're not going to carry on doing this like shit playing. We're not going to carry on it. Obviously, we're going to improve at some point.
what if, Johnny, though?
If you think about it, if you stayed there and clapped the players off, the players stood there for a good 5 minutes before they even went in the tunnel.
They didn't deserve a clap off. They were shit.
Well,
we lost
that's
3-1, Jack. We couldn't defend. We couldn't defend.
Okay.
Johnny, but what
Walker
would
couldn't
you have
catch
done?
COVID. If you were in a COVID room, he couldn't catch it.
But Johnny, what would you have done, right? Is if Bradford in the second half scored 4 goals, right? And you won it 4-3, but you went at half time. Because that does happen.
But he won't agree with that because he's saying that he left at half time because he knew that we wouldn't bring it back.
I knew we won't bring it back. And we even finished with 10 men.
Yeah, but you leave...
And I get that you go home and away, right? I had to spend 40 quid to get to Doncaster, but I still stayed the whole 90 minutes and went back to the train station later on.
I've only ever left 2 games at half time. Obviously, the game against Doncaster and then the game against Blackpool when we got battered. I think we were losing 3-1 or 4-1 at half time. We ended up losing 5-1. It was shit. And now we're getting madder and madder watching it. Watching Billy Sharp, who's 39-year-old, running down the wing, skimming out players and scoring a goal and doing a fucking chicken dance in front of everybody.
I get that. He's an absolute he's an absolute cock muncher. So is Gibson. I don't fucking like them both. But at the end of the day, yeah, we lost, but you still back your boys. You do not leave at half time. And that's coming from a fellow Bradford fan.
Yeah, but they weren't showing any fight, Jack. They were showing no fight.
They did in the second half.
Yeah, but did they score?
No, because Baldwin couldn't touch the ball.
No, we didn't score. We lost 3-1. Tilgo went off injured with his hamstring injury. On the radio, listening to it back, I heard Josh Noville were going down wings, causing mayhem. Same with Righty, down wings, causing mayhem. Strikers couldn't finish. They couldn't finish the tee.
Because the balls that they were getting put in, it's either Doncaster were pressuring us too much, which they were. Tyreek Wright was an absolute player when he came on the second half, and I was doubting him. Like, he was all over the pitch. Josh, for example, absolute baller. But we couldn't find the back of the net, but we were creating them chances. But leaving at half time is just something different. I've never known anyone leaving at the 45-minute mark.
Jack, you know me, I'm a special case. But Like saying, watching the team play and defending, they didn't deserve a clap from me. That's why I left. My head went because I was frustrated how the team were playing. And if we won 4-3 or whatever, well, yeah, fair dues, but we didn't. We lost 3-1 against Doncaster, one of the rivals, arch rivals, Yorkshire Derby and everything.
Yeah, but we didn't beat them last year either. Last season, we still lost both games. Just think, Johnny, we've got them at Valley Parade, and you know our form at Valley Parade. We can bring it back.
Yeah,
Obviously,
out for revenge. I understand that.
these guys are not going to. Oh yeah, it's pointless about the cup and all this crap. But we can still beat them in the cup as well.
Yeah, I know what you're
So-
saying, but look at it. We had Humphries up front as well, Swan. I think at one point we had 3 strikers on pitch, didn't we? Second half.
Yeah.
None of them could score. But what I'm saying to you is if Andy Cook or Oak were on there, guaranteed goals.
No, it's not guaranteed goals, though, is it?
It was. If he were on, it would reckon would have scored.
He's just come back from a major injury.
Yeah, he could have had 20 minutes.
Hence why he wasn't on the pitch. How can he be right? How can he have 20 minutes on the pitch when he's just come back from an ACL injury, which I bet Becky can agree with me here. It was somewhat a dirty game. One bad knock to Andy Cook, he's gone, he's done.
You don't want to risk Andy Cook coming back from an injury like that in a derby because the players are going to get stuck in. And didn't he say that he was stiff as out after he came on?
He did say that he was really
Yeah.
stiff, and that's how you want him to be.
Yeah, you
But
want him to
you
be
don't
honest,
want
and
to
you need
you
to
know,
nurse him back. Yeah, exactly.
see in the Virtue Trophy. Yeah, fair enough. He's gone and banged in 2 headers. I get that.
Yeah.
It was in the Virtue Trophy, and it was against Grimsby.
And
But
he
if
only
you
played 20 minutes or whatever, didn't he?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he's come back from an ACL injury. And one knock on that leg that he's got somewhat recovering on, and one bad knock on that leg, he's done. He's done for the rest of the season. He's done for his career. So I don't get. Yeah, I get if Andy Cook was on. If he didn't have
Yeah, if
that
we had a
injury,
decent, all right, I'll rephrase it. If we had a decent striker on that pitch,
we
we've
have,
had,
we have a decent striker. We have Will Swan.
yeah, he scored 4 in 4 goals, yeah. Then you've had Humphries who scored 1 in God knows how many appearances.
Yeah, but Humphries is new to the club, isn't he? And he's not finding his position yet, so
So he's
it's not
Swan.
really comfortable.
He's new.
Yeah, but Swan's good, and Swan can find the net.
Yeah, but Swan's like a duck to water, isn't it? Get the
Hey.
But yeah,
Go on, Mark.
the Andy Cook thing should do. Don't say it because
All right.
at the end of it,
Question to you then, Jack.
go on.
Saturday,
Yeah.
Andy, a fit-ish Andy Cook.
No.
Would you start him, or would you finish?
No.
Would you bring him on at first half, or would
No.
you leave him for second half?
No.
Impact sub or start?
I do not want him in that lineup
Why?
because Huddersfield, we haven't played them in what is it, 16 years, 18 years. It ain't gonna be a nice game. It's gonna be the dirtiest game going.
But he missed obviously Saturday's game. He started against Grimsby, fair dues. He had a break. Missed Donny. We haven't got a game this midweek, but then we've got a game Saturday. Surely you would put a fit-ish Andy Cook as a substitute in that game.
Johnny, quick question: have you ever had an ACL injury or some sort of an ACL injury?
No, what have I had? I've pulled my hamstring, I've pulled whatever. I've hurt myself a couple of times. But if you want to recover from something, surely you need match fitness, and surely you need to play a game at least, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes.
But the game should not be against the rivals. It shouldn't be against Yorkshire clubs, aka Huddersfield, aka Doncaster.
So on the other hand, Jack, then
You think one knock? Yeah, but what I'm saying is one bad knock to that leg, he's done.
Yeah,
His career's over.
He won't be over.
So then, right, what you're saying is, so Alexander puts him on the bench on Saturday, right? He comes on.
Then that's up to Alexander,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but
in my opinion, as a fan, he should not be playing.
He comes on. Then somebody goes into him, nasty tackle. He's out with another. He's done his ACL again, right?
Yeah.
And then he probably the second time you're out longer than the first, right?
Yeah.
Then all the fans are going to be on Alexander's back saying he shouldn't have played him in that game.
Roles reverse then, Mark and Jack, to you, Perrier. 80th minute, it's 1-1. Cookie comes on and scores it 90th minute, wins it. Would you be like, oh, You shouldn't have played him.
No, I'm
You
not
should have
saying
stayed
that.
on
I'm
bench.
saying
I'm not saying you're not.
I
You're
don't
not
say that.
listening.
But what I'm saying is, Alexander, if he puts him on and he gets injured, he's going to be. Everyone's going to be on his back. He puts him on and he scores. Alexander's an hero, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
50-50,
There you go.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
but what I'm saying is, he should not be played. He should not be either on the starting 11 or on the bench because like Mark said, one bad knock, he's probably out for the rest of the season.
So you wouldn't even give him 10 minutes?
No,
10
Right.
minutes.
a
for the
lot
game
a
again.
lot can happen in 10 minutes.
Right. Before it gets heated, let's do some predictions for next week.
Gets heated.
Yes, he is.
Right. Say
Can
let's
I
save
just
the
say something,
headlines.
Ara? Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Billy Sharp, right, and chicken dance is going to be
He can
remembered
go fuck himself
more
after doing
than the
that.
goals.
He can
I
absolutely go
know.
fuck.
You know what I mean?
And he
Jack,
needs to stop
we're
using McDonald's.
in agreement, bud, aren't we now? Billy Sharp is a so-and-so winner.
Gibson, if you're listening to this or anywhere, yeah, your dad's a cunt and so are you.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I'm sure Becky would have strong words for
Mate, I just think let him get on with it because he always plays better when they rile him up. You think they'd learn?
that.
Keep slagging him
Right.
off. He loves it.
Let's go on some predictions before we set off the headlines for Sky Sports or ITV. So, Championship, we got 3 off 12 games, starting with 1. Charlton Millwall. Give me your team and the score it's going to be. Johnny.
Sorry, say that again.
So it's Charlton versus Millwall. The first half 12 kickoff. Your score. Yeah, score prediction.
Score prediction. I don't like Millwall, so 2-0 Charlton.
Mark.
I'm going to go Millwall 2-1.
Jack.
Come on, you Mill. 2-0.
Becky.
Yeah, I think that's two good teams to be honest. But I think Millwall have got a really good team this year, so I'm going to go 2-1 Millwall.
I'm going to say a 1-0 win for Charlton. The second half 12 kickoff. Oxford United versus Leicester. Johnny.
Leicester to win 2-0.
Mark.
1-1 draw.
Jack.
Leicester City 4-0 win.
Becky.
2-0 Leicester.
I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester. Right, the final half 12 kickoff. Preston versus Middlesbrough. Becky.
3-1 Middlesbrough.
Jack.
2-1 Middlesbrough.
Mark.
3-0 Middlesbrough.
Johnny.
4-0 Middlesbrough.
I'll go with a 3-1 win to Middlesbrough. Right, Coventry versus Norwich. Becky.
I'm going to go 2-1 Coventry.
Jack.
What was the teams?
Coventry versus Norwich.
Commentary 3-0.
Mark.
4-0 Coventry.
Johnny.
6-0 Coventry.
Oh wow.
Oh mate.
3-1 Coventry. Sheffield Wednesday versus Bristol City. Johnny.
Sorry, what teams again?
Sheffield Wednesday versus Bristol City.
I'm going to go 1-0 Sheffield Wednesday.
Mark.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Jack.
2-1 Wednesday.
Becky.
2-1 Bristol City.
Oh, I'm going to go 1-0 Sheffield Wednesday. You got Stoke versus Birmingham. Johnny.
Because my mate's a Stoke fan at work. 3-0 Birmingham.
Mark.
1-1 draw.
Jack.
2-all.
Becky.
2-0 Birmingham.
I'm going to go 2-1 Stoke. Swansea versus Hull. Johnny.
1-0 Hull.
Mark.
I'm going to go 1-0 Swansea.
Jack.
Swansea and Hull don't like each other, but I'm going to go with 2-0 Hull.
Becky.
2-1 Swansea.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Swansea. Watford versus Blackburn. Becky.
Oh, sorry. And did you say?
Watford versus
Yeah.
Blackburn.
2-2.
Jack.
2-0 Blackburn.
Mark.
2-0 Watford.
Johnny.
1-1.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Blackburn. Then you got West Brom versus Derby. Becky.
3-0 West Brom.
Jack.
2-0 West Brom.
Mark.
2-1 West Brom.
Johnny.
3-0 West Brom.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Derby. And then the last game, Wrexham versus QPR. Becky.
2-1 Wrexham.
Jack.
2-0 Wrexham.
Mark.
I'm going to go 2-1 QPR.
Johnny.
4-0 Wrexham.
Harry missed Ipswich, Sheffield United out as well. That's a Friday night game.
Oh, I didn't realise. I'll do that one. Just because I hate Wrexham, I hope QPR smashed them 3-0. Yeah, so what is it? Ipswich, Sheffield United?
Yeah.
So we go with Johnny.
1-0
2.
to Ipswich, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1-0 Ipswich.
Mark.
I'm going to go 2-0 Ipswich.
Jack.
4-0 Ipswich.
Becky.
2-1 Ipswich.
Right, League One. And it's starting off with a small game. Bradford City versus Huddersfield. Becky.
Sorry, Bradford against Huddersfield, did you say?
Yep.
2-2.
Jack. Jack, are you there?
I am, yeah, just talking. Did you say massive game Bradford City versus Huddersfield, yeah?
No, I said small game.
Massive game, alright, yeah, I heard that. I'm going to go for a 4-0 battering to
Wow.
Huddersfield. We're going to beat Huddersfield 4-0, so, you know.
Mark.
I'm going to go Bradford 2, Huddersfield 3.
Oh. Johnny.
So let me just get this right. You said massive game, yeah? What we've solved out, yeah? I think Bradford are going to get their revenge on Huddersfield with the anger from the fans and the resurrection of the team and the spirit. I think Bradford are going to win 3-0.
Johnny, I think you'll get better odds, right, on you leaving before half time.
Hey!
Do you think, is that a hat trick from Attendance FC?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go Huddersfield 2-1 winners. Northampton versus Blackpool. Johnny.
Oh, is it El Sacchio? I think Northampton are going to win 1-0.
Mark.
Well, I only can see a Blackpool winner. Noland, I think he's going to get sacked soon. So I'll go 1-0 Blackpool.
Jack.
1-0 Northampton.
Becky.
I'm going to go 2-0 Blackpool.
I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Northampton. Then you got AFC Wimbledon versus Rotherham. Becky.
1-1.
Jack.
What was the game, sorry?
AFC Wimbledon versus Rotherham.
3-1 Rotherham.
Mark.
I'm going to go 0-0.
Johnny.
I'm about to say I think it's going to be one of the boringest games known to man and woman. So I think it's going to be 0-0.
I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Wimbledon. Then you got Barnsley versus Reading. Johnny,
Barnsley versus Reading. 1-0 Reading.
Mark,
I'm going to go 3-1 Barnsley.
Jack,
Gonna go 2-0 Barnsley.
Becky.
I'm same as Mark, 3-1 Barnsley.
Yeah, and the same 3-1 Barnsley. Then you got Burton versus Lincoln. Becky,
Lincoln have had a really good start. I think 2-0 Lincoln.
Jack,
Same as Becky, 2-0.
Mark,
I'm going to go 2-1 Lincoln.
Johnny.
3-0 Lincoln.
I'm going to go 2-1 Burton. Then you got Exeter versus Port Vale. Johnny,
1-0.
Mark,
I'm going to go 1-0 Port Vale.
Jack,
3-1 Exeter.
Becky.
I'm going to back Vale for their first win of the season. I'm going to go 1-0 Vale.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Vale. Then you got Leighton Orient versus Bolton. Becky,
Two good teams. Bolton need to, build on that result the other day. 2-1 Bolton.
Jack,
1-0 Bolton.
Mark,
I'm going to go 2-1 Bolton.
Johnny.
1-0 Bolton.
I'm going to go 2-1 Leighton Orient. Then you got Luton Town versus Plymouth. Johnny,
Plymouth to win 1-0.
Mark,
Plymouth to win 2-1.
Jack,
Who's Plymouth against, sorry?
Luton,
3-0 Plymouth.
Becky.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeah, I think there'll be goals. I think
Yeah.
there'll be 3-2 Luton. Then I hate to say this team, but Mansfield versus Stevenage. Becky.
Stevenage has started really well. But Mansfield has started well as well. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Jack,
2-1 to the Stanks.
Mark,
3-1 Stevenage.
Johnny.
1-0 Mansfield.
Just because I hate them, I'm going to go with a 4-0 win for Stevenage.
How can you
And
hate
maybe,
them when you support them and you're from there? How can you hate them?
well, I hate them anyway, and I hope they get a man sent off. Moving on. Peterborough versus Wickham Wanderers. Becky.
Yeah, Wickham haven't had a great start, and obviously Peterborough are really struggling. I feel like at some point Peterborough are gonna have to pick up a win, but I've 1-1.
Jack,
I think Peterborough's going to win 2-1.
Mark,
I think Peterborough win 3-0.
Johnny.
1-0 Peterborough.
I'm going to go 2-1 Wickham. Annex Bass own goal. Stockport versus Cardiff. Johnny.
Stockport versus Cardiff. Cardiff are going to get their first loss, so 1-0 Stockport.
Mark.
I'm with Johnny on this one. I think Cardiff are going to Stockport are going to win this, but I'm going to go 2-0.
Jack.
Yeah, well, I'm swinging the different direction. I'm going to say 3-1 Cardiff.
Becky.
2-1 Cardiff.
I'm going to say 2-1 Stockport. Then saving the best game to last. Wigan versus Doncaster. Becky.
Heart says 1-1, head says 2-1 Donny. I'm gonna go 1-1. I think a tough place to go away from home.
And
Yeah.
are you going?
I'm debating it. I can't decide. Oh no, in fact, no, I'm not now because I've said that Zoe's going to come over and we're going to go to Chris's on Saturday.
Jack.
Oh, we on about shitty Doncaster, yeah? I'm going to say, because I absolutely hate Doncaster right this second, I'm going to say 3-0 Wigan.
Wow. Mark.
You know what? I'm not biased. The mayor lifted the League Two title on our pitch. So I'm going to say a 4-1 Doncaster.
Johnny.
Well, I've got no bias between Doncaster whatsoever due to the result on Saturday. And I think Paul Mullen's going to change into prime Messi. And I think we're going to win 2-0. Sorry, Becky.
So, mate, put your money where your mouth is. Lose a tenner as well.
Oh. I'm going to go 3-0 Doncaster. Don't shoot me if that's not right.
Can I just say how Tim Pot Donny fans are actually? Imagine
Why?
singing Championes, yeah, in a League One match.
Imagine not
No,
singing
but
it.
I don't know if it was your family stand, but whatever stand it is that's got the tunnel in it. They started started chanting Championes, and I was just pissing myself laughing.
Why? Why would you not chant that?
Oh. Is it because you didn't win it? Right, League
They're not
Two
in League
time.
Two no more, Harry. They're not in League
You could
Two
have
no
chanted
more.
Weatherspoon's plate ole ole.
Right, League Two time. My favourite league. Well, because we're in it, that's why.
I was going to say, don't say that. You'll end up staying there.
Accrington Stanley, who are they?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Versus Colchester. Johnny.
Well, it sounds like it's a really fun end-to-end game, this. 1-1.
Mark.
I'm going the same as Johnny, 1-1.
Jack.
0-0.
Becky.
Well, I was going to say 1-1, but I feel like I can't now. I'm going to go 1-0 Colchester.
Well, I quite do well with Colchester so far. I don't think I've been
They got a
too
good
far
point
away.
against. They got a good point against Crewe, didn't they, Colchester? But they weren't doing great before that. So.
So I'm gonna go with a Colu win 2-1. And then you got Crawley Town versus Cheltenham. Becky.
1-0 Cheltenham.
Jack.
Cheltenham are absolutely going to battle Crawley, so I'm going to say 5-0.
Mark.
You know what? I'm going to be realistic. 1-0 Crawley.
Johnny.
Crawley versus who, sorry?
Cheltenham Town.
Crawley are doing absolutely poo at the minute, so I think 4-0. They're going to lose 4-0.
I'm gonna go realistic and say a 0-0 draw. Then you got Bristol Rovers versus Barrow. Johnny.
1-0 Barrow.
Mark.
2-1 Bristol Rovers.
Jack.
2-1 Barrow.
Becky.
2-1 Bristol Rovers.
I'm gonna go for a smash and grab 1-0 win for Barrow. And anyway, you got a big game in League Two. Chesterfield versus MK Dons.
Oh,
Becky.
that is tasty. 2-2.
Jack.
See, I can see goals galore going in this, so I'm going to say 4-4.
You fucking bad fans and your 4 goals.
Mark.
I'm going to say there's going to be goals in this game.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to say MK Dons 3, Chesterfield 2.
Johnny.
Well, MK Don's throwing money at the wall and it's not working, so I think they're going to lose 3-2.
I'm gonna say MK Dons 5, Chesterfield 4.
Put your fruit shoots down, Harry. Put the fruit shoots down.
I mean, I said that about the Grimsby one, and I got that one. Crew versus Barnet. Johnny.
Oh, bloody hell. Crew and Barnet. I'm going to go 4-0 Crew.
Mark.
I'm going to go 2-1 Barnet.
Jack.
3-0 Barnet Foot Crew.
Becky.
I think it'll be comfortable for Crew. I'm going to go 2-0, 3-0, 2-0.
And just because I don't like Crew fans, I'm going to go Barnet 3, Crew 0, and a man sent off. Fleetwood versus Walsall. Becky.
2-1 Walsall.
Jack.
Walsall versus who, sorry?
Fleetwood Town.
I hate to say it, but it's going to be 2-0 FC Bottle Jobs.
Mark.
I think Fleetwood will get a reaction and win that one 3-1.
Johnny.
3-1 Walsall.
I'm going to go 1-0 win for Fleetwood. And then probably the biggest game in League Two, apart from the MK Dons one. Gillingham, a small team in Kent, versus the biggest team in Nottingham, Notts County. Johnny.
I'm going to go 4-0 Gillingham.
For God's sake.
Wow.
Doing well, Gillingham.
Mark.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
I think there's going to be loads of goals. I think Roos is going to he's going to have the game of his life. He's going to keep him at bay. Notts County, Gillingham 0, Notts County 6.
Whoa. Wow.
What's Mark been drinking?
What you been
I
smoking,
think
mate?
I think he's been drinking too much Monsters. Jack.
I'm reversing that scoreline and I'm putting 6-0 on Gillingham.
Wow. Becky.
Well, I'm going to go for a more accurate, I feel like realistic scoreline. I'm going to go 2-2.
Well, I'm not going to go for a realistic one, but I'm going to go 6-0 Notts, Dennis hat-trick, and Jatto hat-trick.
I hope you don't think that this is a professional podcast.
Well, if you're listening out...
Chicken's on the looses.
Yeah, as long as they don't have any when they lose.
And if you're listening out there, it is a professional podcast, don't listen. Then you
That's just the title.
You can't beat Grimsby at home versus Cambridge United. Johnny.
I think the Fish are going to batter Cambridge. I'm going to go 3-0 Grimsby.
Mark.
I'm going to go Cambridge to beat Grimsby 1-0.
Jack.
Cambridge 4, Grimsby 2.
Wow. Becky.
2-1 Grimsby.
I'm gonna go 0-0. Oldham versus Bromley. Becky.
Oh, Bromley have had a good start. Oldham have got the first win. 2-1 Bromley.
Jack.
5-0 Oldham.
Jesus. Are these realistic ones or made up ones?
No, I'm
There's not
taking
been
the piss,
anything
mate.
realistic about any of these predictions.
What you on about? Notts County one, realistic.
Wow.
No, dead serious. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win to Oldham.
Mark.
I think Bromley are going to have another weekend of disappointment, and it's going to be a 2-1 win to Oldham.
Johnny.
Bromley doing well. Obviously, Oldham, like Becky was saying, they've got the first win. But Cheek's absolutely smashing it for Bromley. So I'm going to go 3-0 Bromley.
I'm going to go... Oops, sorry, Mark.
Michael Cheek didn't smash it at Meadow Lane, though.
They do
And
well.
it was also his birthday that week as well, wasn't it? On the Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a classic 2-2 draw. Shrewsbury versus Salford. Johnny.
Nice easy one. Salford to win 3-0.
Mark.
I can't see anything else apart from a Salford win. Go 2-1.
Jack.
3-1 Salford.
Becky.
Yeah, 2-0 Salford.
Well, I'm going to shock all of you all because I think Shrewsbury are going to win 2-1.
I see.
You can sort me out the money if that comes true. Swindon versus Harrogate. Becky.
Have a good. 2-1 Swindon.
Jack.
4-0 Swindon.
Mark.
3-2 Swindon.
Johnny.
2-1 Swindon.
I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Harrogate. Then the last game, Tranmere versus Newport. Johnny.
Tranmere Newport. Richie Small's been having masterclass passes. I think Newport are going to win 1-0.
Mark.
I think Newport will get their first. I believe it's their first. It'll be the first win. I'm going to go
Yep.
2-1 Newport.
Jack.
3-1 Newport.
Becky.
2-1 Tranmere.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Newport. Right, before we finish off, has anyone else got any more to talk about?
Jack, have we got anything else to talk about?
I'm not talking with my mouth full. Food on my gob now, it's in my belly. Yeah, Johnny, stop leaving at half time.
I'll only leave at half time when team improve.
Right, here's one for you. I've got a question for Becky and Johnny and Jack. What is the worst goal celebration from a visiting team you've seen?
I'll go first, shall I? I'll go first. That fat bastard called Billy Sharp, yeah? Ever does that chicken dance in front of our fans again, I hope he pulls his hamstring.
It was a fantastic celebration.
It was an amazing celebration.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I don't know in answer. I can't really recall any celebrations against us, to be honest. We don't tend to concede 3 goals against our rivals.
The worst one I've seen.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Worst one I've seen, but it's got a positive on it. Swindon surrounding, I think it was Shepherd, and then obviously Shepherd retweeted it because we went up.
Oh, I remember when you lost, when you was leading that game and then you lost like 4-2.
Yeah.
That
When
one
Johnny
where,
was on our live,
yeah, the
when
one where
Johnny was
Johnny
on our
came on the
live,
live, innit?
and he was celebrating. Right, Mark, I'm going to answer that question to you. What has been the worst or best celebration?
I think the worst one was the worst celebration was probably the Bromley ones in front of the disabled supporters. The other week, and the best, I don't know, probably Wattens when he scored when they won the league. If you can still hear me.
Your answer there.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you still here, Harry?
Sorry, guys, I was getting my dinner.
What's on your plate, Harry?
So I got a chicken burger with lettuce and fried onions and cheese. I think is it bacon potatoes, maybe? I mean, with chips. Mozzarella sticks in there. That's it.
Nice. I had some pasta.
Get some pasta.
Pasta and some sauce.
Mark, what have you had?
I had minted lamb steaks with.
If you can still hear me, Mark.
I had minted lamb steaks with salad, potatoes, and peas.
Jack.
I've got a nice cheesy doner wrap and portion of chips from the takeaway.
Becky?
I cooked a chicken, so I had roast chicken and stuffing and a baguette.
Ooh, sounds nice.
Oh, lovely.
I think that's about it, right, guys? Or do you
Yeah,
have
I think
anything
so.
Yeah,
else?
I'm off back to my bunker now for the next couple of days, so I'll see you Friday.
All right, mate.
Right. I want to say thank you to Johnny, Mark, Jack, and Becky for joining. And
No
also, I'd
problemo.
say thank you to the West Countries, but I think he's gone now. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think this should be out on Spotify, I believe. Yeah, we should be back next Monday, same time. So if you all want to join in,
Can I
it'll be
just
the
say one
same
thing,
time on
Harry?
Monday. Yeah,
Can I just say one thing, Harry, before everyone
yeah,
leaves? Fuck
yeah.
Doncaster.
Oh, you are salty. All right, see you later, guys.
See you later.
All right, see you
See ya.
later.
Bye.
See you Monday when Bradford win up the chickens.
Bye.
Up the